What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome back. Took a
What's
little
going
break, but we're
on?
back. I ain't trying to be funny, but with Keita and Kim. Keita and
Kim. Oh, that sucked.
all right. And we are going to talk about our favorite reality shows. We used to talk about scripted shows, but nothing's on right now that we really want to talk about.
Right.
And sometimes we talk about topics that come up for the week in the news or entertainment or whatever. So, yeah, we had to take last week off. A lot going on.
Too much going on.
Yeah,
We
you
both were
girl.
out of town again
And I
at the
was sick
same
last
time.
week too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm
We
I'm
we
feeling
we happen to have been out of town, I think, before at the same time.
yeah. Well, at least this time, no, one time you came here and we were both in one place. But this time we both did like this. You came here and I left. Yeah, it was crazy.
I'm gonna take that personally.
I was like, oh shit, Kim coming here. Let me go. Let me get up out of here.
And look, my trip was so last minute. I mean, I literally booked that flight Monday and left Thursday.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Did you end up doing first class?
No, I did regular
Oh.
because there were a lot of available seats on both.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't have to, like, I didn't sit next to somebody coming back today. So
Oh, that's good.
yeah, yeah.
My flight was kind of empty. Wait, why is this? Sorry. My flight was kind of empty coming back. So I had it was my seat and then a seat in the middle that was empty. Actually, it was two seats next to me empty. On the way up, I had one empty seat on one flight. And the other flight, I had a lady right next to me who was not wearing a mask and was sleeping with her mouth open. So
Oh
I
my
didn't
God.
appreciate that.
Oh my
I
God.
didn't appreciate that at all.
Yeah. There were not a lot of people on both flights with masks. If there was 100 folks on the flight, 4 of them had a mask on. That's it. Like,
Right.
it's
Right.
ridiculous.
And I thought we had gotten to a different stage, where more people were, masking up and being responsible. In places with big crowds, indoors, like outside, yeah, you get a little bit of leniency. But I think that if you on an airplane with that recycled air and you no mask, and even the flight attendants, it was wild to me. I was
Yeah.
like, and I swear it feels like people are looking at me like I'm crazy with a mask on.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, I ain't gonna be sick.
And the thing is, I wear a mask and then I wear a
That guard.
barrier over the mask. So it looked like I got on multiple things. So I'm gonna make for sure your germs not coming up in here.
Listen, I ain't trying to do it. I had that.
Yeah,
I had that COVID once, and I ain't trying to never have that again.
yeah, yeah.
Cause I don't know the long term effects. I don't know what it's gonna do to me. How's it gonna show up? Is it gonna come back like shingles? I don't know. I don't want it. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
I
It could be
hope
something
not.
like that. Stay in your body, come back out later.
Yeah,
Mm,
you
mm,
never know.
never know. All right. So today we're going to talk about two episodes of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Last week, where Kimmie finds out the results of her tests, and then this week where she lets people know, and we get a lot more Melody.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
these last 2 weeks were about Melody and her
mm-hmm,
family.
mm-hmm.
But truthfully, they could have merged both of these episodes because it kind of just continued on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It feels like, I think we said this before, like they're stretching out this second half, like
Yeah.
the before the fight and the after fight parts of the season. This
Yeah.
could have all been one season and it could have been condensed and fewer episodes that really got to the meat of it, because some
Right.
of this stuff. All
Right.
right, so let's get to it. So last week, Kimmie got the results of her biopsy and found out that she actually does have triple negative breast cancer. So do
Right.
you know what that means?
It's an aggressive form of cancer and it's very rare.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's not looking good for our girl. Um, I know people who've had like stage 0. They don't have to have any surgery. They only
Right.
had a few treatments. They're doing fine. Didn't lose any hair.
Right.
But hers, she's got to have 20
20 weeks.
weeks of treatment. She's got to have, I think it was 16 chemo, and she's got to have radiation too. She's got a lot going on. So she's going to be pretty sick, and she is probably going to lose all her hair.
Yeah.
But that chemo is terrible. Yeah.
It's very powerful.
Because it kills the bad stuff, but it kills a lot of the good stuff too in your
Right.
body, and your body's not really ready for it. So she's gonna need, I don't know the laws in Alabama, but she needs her medical card, if you understand what I'm saying.
I need a medical card, if you understand what I'm saying.
Well, it has been shown to be very helpful for people going through chemo treatments and things
It
like that,
has.
with the nausea and the pain and everything. So I feel like, she should explore that. So hopefully she got a good person.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
I'm
So
sure she does.
yeah, but like I said, I don't know the laws in Alabama, but if it's medical, she'll be straight. So yeah, so she got the news, and she, she's handling it as best she can, but then she decided, okay, she needs to tell Tisha.
Right.
So when did she decide to tell Tisha? Probably the worst possible time ever.
And let me say this, we both are sensitive and considerate to what she's going through. We both get our regular mammograms. We both, I don't know who's worse, me or you, when we find something and we like, the only difference is I had access to them personally, and I would just knock on the door and be like, I remember one time, this is a side note. I remember one time I was doing work for my doctor, because I went to the other one. You went to Y. I went to the other one. And I was doing work for her, so I was at her house. And she walked in the door, and I think it was just me there, because I used to get there early. And she walked in the door, and we just chatting it up, and I was like, you gonna order food? Because that's what she normally did, order food. I was like, okay, I'll order food, whatever. And then I was like, well, in the meantime, while we waiting, can you check this? And I just took my shirt. And she was like, girl. And I said, it's just us here. We good. Because, her husband was normally there, but he wouldn't come from the back.
She like, but
I know, we went at the doctor's
to
office. We were at her house and everything.
You just
and
flashing the tatas. Like, now what if it had been something else? You just gone.
Yep. She was like, girl, but you gotta realize she has been my doctor since 1999. That is a long time.
I've had all my doctors that long.
Yeah, so I mean, she knows everything. So, but yeah, anyway, I digress. My point is, we're sensitive to what she's going through because we know about it. And we know the risk. We know all of we've had several sores going through it. We've had family members go through it. And that, my heart goes out to her. But at the same time, I was a little miffed at the timing of her having the conversation with Tisha. Right. Tisha was having a moment with her daughter that she can, daughters.
I'm going to say not just a moment,
right?
A party,
and it was something very important that will affect these children's lives.
Yeah.
And I just really thought it was super inappropriate, and I'm going to use that word, that she would show up and interrupt her focus on her children. And
disrupt her mood, because that's a whole changer.
Yes.
And now she's occupying a space of Tisha's mind, like you said, taking her focus. Now she can't go back and fully be immersed in this with this party and this special moment with her girls
Yes.
because she's
And that's gonna
got
always
Kimmie on the
be her
brain.
memory.
Yep.
So, and you know, I'm not married, I don't have any children. And for people like that who are, memories are important.
Mm-hmm.
And so every time she's gonna remember the conversation she had with her children about that very important time in their lives when they need talking about their cycle, what to expect, and going into womanhood, she's gonna always remember that's also the day I was interrupted with that news.
Mm-hmm.
And I although I would have been upset by the news about Kimmie, I also would have been irritated that she told me then.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if they're going to talk about that with Tisha or maybe it was planned. We don't know. But I really as I was watching it, I was like, that's rude. Like, what? You are, girl.
Yeah. It like I said, it just totally disrupted her mood because she was crying and everything. And even if she can pull herself back together, she's gonna go back in there red-eyed. And you can see the tear streaks on her face, or she's got to go in there and try to rush to the bathroom to try to splash some water on her face and try to get herself together. And now people are going to be like, what's wrong, what happened, what's going, and now it's just too much. I was just like, why? I understand that's some news you want to give somebody in person. Yes, absolutely. No,
Absolutely.
that's not a text. Ugh, I hate when people do that. Don't give me bad news like cancer by text.
And you know that just happened to me.
It happens to too many of us, honestly.
And
And when you get the
I was
text,
upset. And I think I was talking to
you
you
were.
when I got the text, and I was just like, why did she do that to me? And I'm glad I got a chance to talk to her, and everything is going to be fine. Thank goodness. But it did occupy my thoughts because I was still working, and she didn't answer the phone until maybe 2 hours later. And I was just like, don't do that.
Yeah.
But and I'm glad that everything is going to be great with her. So
So
I'm feeling a little better about it, but still.
yeah. I know one of my friends, I texted her one time and was like, do you remember so and so? And she said that she knew immediately that that person had died. She said, because whenever you get a text and somebody be like, do you remember so and so? It's the next thing is they died. And so she's like, she hates those texts. And I was only gonna text her that. Actually, I text her that, and then depending on her response, then call her. But she immediately knew that it was about to be some bad news. So I don't know. I guess next time I'll just be like, can you chat for a minute? Or I don't know. You don't want to just cold call somebody because you don't know what they're doing, but you do need to just be like, hey, give me a call when you can. I don't know.
Right. But yeah, so I'm glad we're in agreement with that part. And I just really don't know what she was thinking. No, I do know what she was thinking. She was going through a lot. She was processing everything. But Maurice, I don't know. I almost want to go, dude.
Well, she said it was because she was invited to the party and she didn't want to go in that state of
I don't
mind.
care.
And she
You can
wanted
come
to
up with some.
explain why
Yeah.
she wasn't there and tell her in person at the same time. You know,
No.
yeah, it was just a no.
No.
It was just wrong. And production probably put her up to it. And they did wrong for that too. They wrong for putting her up to it, and she wrong for going like agreeing to
Along
it.
with it.
Yeah, going
And it
along.
made me feel a certain way about her because to me, she's been one of the more likable people on this show. But I just really felt like it was selfish. And I told you a long time ago that if I got some news like that, I probably wouldn't tell anyone. More than likely, I wouldn't tell anyone. But I mean, you can't be selfish. You just really can't. You can't.
Yeah, it's a problem in our society. People just, it's all about what they want in that moment, and they don't think anything about anyone else's feelings or what's going on around them.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, it was not a good idea for her to do that.
Yeah.
Hopefully, Tisha won't hold it against her. Maybe she didn't take it like we taking it, you know.
I don't see how she couldn't.
Yeah.
Because after that, she's totally distracted.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's no way she could get back focused and take that completely out of her brain.
And a happy moment is now a sad moment, like you said. And in her memories, it's always going to be, I found out that on the day of this, that happened. You know, it'll always be associated. Those will always be associated. Yeah, I have a couple of those stories where some bad thing happened on a happy occasion, and I'm going to always remember it as part of my memories of that occasion. So anyway, so what else happened? Tisha and Marceau had a fake date on the floor in their living room.
And she talked about this party, and I'm going, I really don't think that was his goal.
No. And therapy.
And there we
And therapy. They having a romantic night, and she can't even, well, you know, a staged romantic something for the cameras, but that's not the time to talk about therapy or your child's period. Actually, talking about your kids at all while, you know, you got on a nightie and your husband got the champagne and charcuterie. It's not, it's just dumb.
It was dumb.
Yeah.
And I'm cracking up laughing at myself because I'm going to talk like her for a second. I don't understand why she didn't know the importance, importance of that moment. It completely escaped her.
Yeah.
And I don't know if she just didn't realize what was going on because he don't normally do something like that. Maybe she's not used to that, or she was completely oblivious.
And selfish. It's about what's on her mind and what she wants to talk about and not what he's doing. And yeah, you know, sometimes they never want to talk about serious things. You know, there's always time.
But it wasn't an emergency to talk about either one of those in that moment.
Mm-hmm.
And you knew, first of all, men ain't invited. Let's just put that out.
Right.
So that's really not anything to discuss. Y'all have a son.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he can do son stuff, you do daughter stuff, and he'd be perfectly fine with that.
You can discuss it, just not at, you know, sexy time. Because you got to tell him, okay, you know, I'm planning to do XYZ and it's going to be a girl thing and it's probably going to cost this much. That you discuss. But he not coming and he don't need the details. Like, you're not going to draw him diagrams and all. Just leave it, you know, just give it.
Yeah, he putting a strawberry in his mouth and she talking about having a... I'm just like, girl.
Yeah. The same thing happened on Atlanta Housewives. Not the same thing, but similar situation. Drew Sidora's husband planned this really romantic dinner for her, and it was really expensive with the meal. I think it was lobster and all that. And she got to talking about therapy and how she needed him to work on himself more and the problems they were having in the relationship. And he was like, could you just, you know, not? And then she started crying, like, well, I just want to be heard. And I just feel like, and he's like, okay, but could you not tonight? And she just really couldn't stop herself from talking about the terrible things in their marriage. And he got mad and left. He's like, you know, I'm not doing this. He just stormed out. And I was just like, and he's usually an a-hole that I'm not a fan of. I think he treats her like trash. But in that one scenario, I was like, yeah, I'm with him. I'd have been like, yeah, it's time to go. Because he's trying to have romantic, sexy time, and she's talking about everything that's wrong with him. He like, could you not just this one time? I'm doing something nice, trying to appreciate you, and you know, all you can do is dog me out. He was like, yeah, sit here with your damn self. He did. He bounced. He was like, you can sit here by your damn
Was
self.
it at the house too, like Marceau?
Yeah, it was. It was on like their patio or something. But I think he hired a chef, maybe. I don't know. It was really nice. It was really. I thought it was sweet. But yeah, she
It's,
couldn't get over herself
I know Drew Sidora from the game
from the game.
when
Yeah.
it first came on, and I liked her character because you like somebody when they are the worst character, like the hated character. You know what I'm saying?
I had stopped watching it by then.
Okay, she did a awesome job. But what's funny is I did watch, and I don't know how I saw this, but or maybe it was on the social media that I saw a couple of clips of them and their interactions. And I was like, my, she's so different from that character. Like totally different.
Really? I stopped watching the game, yeah, by the time she was on there. Because I used to love it, but it got to be, I don't know, something about it.
Yeah, I stopped watching it when they came back, and it was like 4 years later. But Kelly and whatever the guy's name was, light skinned guy,
Yeah. Yeah.
Jason. Kelly and Jason's daughter. It said 4 years later, but she was like 10. And I was like,
It ain't adding up.
the math ain't mathing. Yeah, and it went down, it went downhill like tank to me. It was horrible. I stopped watching it then. But anyway, yeah, so and I'm not married, so I can only go by what I see. And if Marceau went through the trouble of taking time out, which he doesn't seem to do often, to give you a night with just the two of you, and you ruin it.
You might want it to be, yeah. And so then when he out in them streets again, you're gonna be like, where's my husband? Where's Marceau? He with a chick that ain't talking about periods and therapy.
Right. He eating them strawberries. I was getting ready to say something else, but anyway.
Yep. Okay, so what else happened? Oh, Destiny had a photo shoot.
She had a photo shoot.
And there's some discrepancy in whether Melody just showed up or whether Destiny invited her.
Now, how would Melody know this? Well, actually, she knew the cameraman, but come on now.
They on the show together, so the producers could have been like, we gonna do this and we want you to show up. Who knows?
But right, just like the conversation with how you say it?
Conversation.
The conversation with Tiffany, Stormy, and then Melody came to the commercial shoot or whatever it was. And then Melody, oh, hey, Tiffany, I didn't know you was gonna be here. Girl, yes, you did.
You saw the set list. You saw the scene list. You knew who was gonna be there. Quit playing. You saw her over there in makeup. You already knew.
Right.
They gotta stage it, make it look like reality. We know it's not. But yeah.
I need to talk to Sean. Today's their birthday too. I need to talk to Sean Bree because they used to be on a reality show. I need to ask them how much of that stuff was staged.
Yeah.
Well,
our LS on the dating show, the matchmaker show. Yeah. I want to say she said,
I forgot what the name of it is. Something about
Love Match Atlanta.
Love Match Atlanta.
Yeah, I want to say she said, some of that stuff was staged or like things didn't happen in the order that they show it. That kind of
we could point that out.
Yeah, we can tell when the drink go from here to here. On Potomac, you don't watch Potomac either. Candace, her hair go like in one scene, it was parted in the middle. Then it was parted on the side, then it was back in the middle, and it just looked like her hair was doing this. But she wasn't touching it, and I was like, if y'all don't stop playing with me. It was so distracting, and people caught it too, because somebody on Twitter posted a whole bunch of screenshots of her hair changing. I was hollering. I was like, it wasn't just me. I was like, y'all stop with that hair.
It's the Starbucks cup in the Game of Thrones all over.
Yeah, all over again. It's just like these people getting too sloppy. Like you want to stage things, but then you ain't doing it right. You're not following through with the, you know, the continuity and whatnot. So they can try a little harder. But yeah, so yeah, Melody's trying to say Destiny invited her, and Destiny is saying she didn't know Melody was coming. And then I don't know if you saw online today, Destiny responded about that.
I did not.
Okay, I was gonna send it to you. She says, well, since folk keep tagging me, here we go. As I stated before, I will no longer be silent with my truth. There are two ways scenes happen. One, production arranges it. Learned that the hard way, LOL. Two, we contact one another and set it, then production confirms. Fact, I did not call anyone, nor did I invite anyone. You can ask the source why they presented it that way. And then she said, remember, this is a produced reality show.
Yeah.
So in her, what she's trying to say is production arranged it. She didn't.
And I believe that production does arrange some of that stuff. And we both know that Melody is an EP, so she know.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean,
so why say Destiny invited her just to be?
I don't know why she says half of the stuff she says, to be honest with you. But I do agree with her on one thing. She said it at the party, and she said it in the conversation with
where you going,
Tiffany, Stormy, and Tiffany and Stormy.
Mm-hmm.
And that is, stop forcing these friendships.
Exactly.
If I'm done with you, let me be done with you.
Mm-hmm.
I wholeheartedly believe in the saying that when people come into your life, it is for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And some folks just not meant to be in your life forever.
That season has ended. It ain't summer no more. Winter is here. The winter is not coming. Winter is here. Let it go, boo. Let it go.
I do. Yeah. I do. I believe that. I just you oh my God. You don't have to be friends with people.
Mm-mm.
Let it go. I don't. Mm-mm.
And you know, people from the outside, they might see, and I don't know how long Melody and Destiny been so-called friends, but you know, if you've been friends with somebody for a long time, people from the outside are like, oh, why y'all not friends anymore? And they want to try to, you know, they feel bad that y'all aren't friends, and they try to make, you know, patch you up or help get y'all back together. Only the two people involved can do that.
Yeah.
And it has to be on both of their parts. They both have to want it for it to happen. And obviously Melody don't want that. She's like hard pass.
She doesn't want it. She really doesn't.
Destiny does, I think, because she's thirsty.
Destiny does.
Destiny
does not
wants it. But
and it's like it's like pledging a sorority. If they didn't choose you, don't force yourself into it, baby, because they didn't choose you for a reason. Let it go.
As we both sit here as part of the chosen.
Right. But yeah, why force a friendship? I just really do not understand. It is so many people in this world. You don't know new friends anyway.
I'm with you on that. You know, and there's somebody that I did end up getting back cool with, that I was formerly close to, and then we spent a long time apart, and now we're back cool. But that still only happened because we both, you know, were, you know, because other people over the years have been like, why y'all not? I'm so sad. It makes me so sad. And I'm just like, okay, you sad. But, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Same. So, you know.
And it could happen. I mean, you could get back cool with the person. It probably ain't gonna never be like it was. But, you know, y'all can get back to a place where y'all cool.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's like I said, it's got to be both of y'all. And Melody's, she's got a hard pass at the moment. And Destiny just got to accept
it. And it's okay.
You know, and it's so, what to me is raggedy on Destiny's part is, with other people, she's just like dragging Melody. She is kind of like, you know, acting like Melody two-faced, and she not a good friend, and she this and that. But when they had that talk together, she's like, "You love me, don't you? Don't you miss me?" Da, 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 da. You know, she's trying to get Melody to say, say that she love her and that they can be back friends. And Melody's like, "No, I'm good. No, I'm good, boo." And Destiny really can't accept it. Now she back to being mad. Like, you weren't mad at the studio. You was trying to get back with your boo. She bad as Martell, thinking they can get back together. She don't want y'all. She has moved. Melody ass can move on from somebody in a minute. I'm like that too. And once I'm done with somebody, they don't even damn exist to me anymore. I'll be like, who? Or somebody say so and so, I'm like, I don't know who you're talking about. And I'm going the other way. Like seriously, I will act like somebody don't damn exist. They number not in my phone. I don't see them. They could be in the same room. I do not see them.
Telling you.
Yeah, and I don't know if that ain't just a Capricorn thing, because Melody's a Scorpio. It's just just some people can just be like, yeah, I'm good. Deuces. Yeah. Live your life however you want over there. I'm gonna be over here. You go over there, and we go.
I'm good.
Yep. It's a straight up, I'm good. So
yeah.
I just think that she needs to grow. Destiny needs to grow up. Like, there's so many scenes that they have had. And I used to kind of like her, but now I'm like, whatever, Destiny, get your life together.
Yeah,
focus on that empty ass house, man. That empty ass house.
And that store and that meeting.
Empty ass store.
Exactly. And that scene with her and her cousin with that lopsided, I didn't understand.
Why was she even there? Why are they forcing her cousin on us?
But I need you to explain the hair.
I can't explain it.
It was black right here, but it was blonde right there.
I ain't spending no energy on her. Who is she? Why is she here?
Destiny need a storyline.
Now they got her filming with extra randos. Like, she can't even film with other people on the cast. Now they got to bring in somebody for her to film with.
Who's she gonna film with? Martell?
No, because he in Destin. He ain't thinking about her neither. Everybody invited to Destin but her. So I don't need her anymore.
All right, let's talk about Destin. Let's talk about Van's facial expressions when Melody was telling her that she invited Martell and his mama. I know Van. She was trying to hold it.
She was looking like, who? You invited who now? For real. Tell them don't come in here with no shit now. Right. You know she said that later off camera. Just tell them don't come in here with no shit. Don't start none, won't be none. Well, I tell you what, tell this old raggedy country ass mama don't come in here with no. That's what she told Melody off camera.
I bet she did.
I dog walk her all over the beach.
She wasn't saying anything. Her face was saying everything. But she wasn't even saying,
I bet off camera. Right? I bet off camera she was like, dog walk Marlene all over Destin. And she come in here with that drama. That would change your whole, because going on a trip, the company matters. Your travel group matters. And to now go from you and your daughter and your wonderful grandkids to you, your daughter, your grandkids, and now they raggedy daddy and they country mom. You just like, this ain't what I signed up for.
Not at all. And she's so,
I shouldn't say that about Marlene. She seemed like she's sweet, but she ride for that old raggedy son of hers. And you just can't, people like that, you just can't deal with.
Right.
Because she's going to justify everything he do. I wouldn't want to be nowhere near her.
Me either.
Call her Melody.
She's so country. She was like, I love y'all. Talking to the kids. I was like, okay.
I like her though, because she's sweet and she don't be in the mess like Wanda. And she not,
she does.
I haven't seen her on social media being messy or anything like Van and Wanda. She keeps to herself for the most part. She said a couple things about Melody, but she didn't go on a whole campaign.
And she admitted she said it.
Yeah, because she a mother and that's her only son, and she just think Melody sat around spoiled and not taking care of her precious baby boy. That's what she thinks, whether it's founded or not.
Right.
That's what she thinks, and she ain't not gonna change her mind. But she want to see her grandbabies, and so she gonna have to act right.
Those kids make me smile.
They so cute.
They are so cute. They are so respectable. And I just really, they make me smile.
Mm-hmm. And that
especially that son, because he wants to be a caretaker. He wants to take care of everybody.
Uh-huh.
And I just, every time he starts talking, I just pay attention.
They so sweet, yeah. And Sugar Mama she's just trying to hang. She trying to be with her big brothers and her big brother and sisters. Still, wherever they go, here she come. She want to be in the middle of it with her little bitty self. Now I must say she look a little different from them.
I think she looks like Melody.
Yeah, but she looks different from the other three, in my opinion. But I mean, it can happen. Siblings can look different. So even with the same two parents.
The oldest and the son look alike to me. And what's the one that said, Daddy and Mama, y'all got on white? She looks different.
Sugar Mama she's a little different to me. She just look like Melody, but she don't quite look like Martell to me. But I'm not being messy like Wanda. I'm not trying to say they need to do a DNA test. She just, I guess I am a little bit. Mama's baby.
Don't get them folks after us. Kimmie already coming after us. But that shit was rude though. But anyway, so the Destin trip, I thought that was cute, and I'm using the word cute, that Martell was trying to bring Melody's favorite snacks, and he messed up, but it was the thought. And Melody tried to order his favorite food, and they messed it up, and it was the thought.
Yeah,
so they trying. I can appreciate that.
They trying, but she's not as unbothered as she wants to pretend to be. Martell trying to keep it light. He's joking. Yeah, he's a jokester. Flirting. And the comments about, the flirting and stuff, she don't have to be that nasty about it. He knows she ain't really gonna let him get in the room with her. So she could just be like, all right, Martell, enough of that. But to be getting kind of annoyed and mad about it, like, calm down. You're not over him, apparently, or he wouldn't be under your skin so bad. Like everything he said, she trying to just get, she being real snappy about it. So I'm like, yeah, calm down.
Yeah.
You still bothered. You still bothered. Don't let Martell bother you, girl. Because he'd have moved on too many times.
But she probably has too. We just don't know about it.
Yeah, but she's still upset about his shenanigans. He just tried to get back with her because he wants his family back. But his thing don't get dry. So Martell ain't missing nothing. So yeah, she need to go on and be on like, yeah, okay, I hear you. I think you good. I think you got enough. You good. She could just laugh it off and keep it moving. Right. Maybe she figured he ain't gonna stop unless she shut it down. But when he talked about, he was like he want to be with the kid. I don't know. She just treats him sometimes a little harsher than is necessary. But he's such a knucklehead. I guess she probably has to. Yeah.
Well, one thing's for sure, he can't take it back.
No.
So it's gonna be thrown up in her face for the rest of her life on this earth, and she got to deal with it.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm not gonna sit here and say I wouldn't do some of the same things, but she may take some things a little bit too far. But then on the flip side, it ain't hurting him. It's only hurting her.
Yeah.
So
that's why I want her to not be so bothered, because that's what I'm saying. He just be happy-go-lucky. I mean, yeah, I'm sure it bothers him some, but it don't look like it's bothering him. And it ain't slowing his roll none. It ain't like he took a while to be by himself and find himself like women do.
Right.
He didn't let it dry.
Right.
He kept on going. He didn't let it dry at all. So yeah, that Martell, something else.
He is something else. Well, next week will be interesting. I did not realize Kimmie had that much hair. But sometimes you can't really tell where their hair stops and the weave begins. I don't know. I don't wear weave, not interested in it.
Yeah. But I had a few more comments. Now, what about that scene where Martell?
Wait a minute.
What?
I'm trying to end it and you like, hold up.
Yeah, I'm not done with it. I have more thoughts.
Okay, go ahead.
You know how you be watching stuff and you got questions. Okay, so that scene where Martell is packing his bag and his mama is sitting on the bed. Right. I couldn't focus during that scene because I'm like, what room is this? This can't be his house, his master bedroom. Because it wasn't, first of all, the bed, it wasn't nothing in there but a bed and a dresser.
That's all a man need.
But the room wasn't big as nothing. Like the rooms on Huntsville, these bedrooms just be too small. I'm like, where y'all living? Y'all in real estate. You in real estate. Why is your room smaller than my guest room? He could barely walk around the bed. I was like, you ever notice when Tisha and Marceau were in their bedroom? It's always small. Like, why they in these closets?
Because they waiting on the house to be built on the Scott Manor.
I wouldn't even rent a house with a master bedroom that small. These can't be masters. I feel like they faking it and filming in a guest room. It just had guest room feel to me.
But you remember I said that about who was that? Oh, when we were watching Love Match Atlanta, that lady that's getting divorced.
Yeah, the one that's got the white husband.
Yeah.
Yeah, you feel like,
what is this guest room?
Like, what is this room you in? I don't understand, girl. What? And Martell, yeah, he a bachelor, but that room was still tiny.
Yeah.
And he was just pulling stuff out, throwing it in the duffel. I don't know. It just looked fake to me. And then he ain't even got nowhere else to sit. He leaning across the bed talking to his mama, and she's sitting on, like, ain't nothing in your room but a bed and a dresser. I don't know. It was bothering me.
I see.
And like I said,
it's funny that you concentrated on that. And I was concentrating on the fact that he pulled clothes out of his drawer that seemingly went together. Like it was a white shirt and some blue shorts, and it was already
stacked up.
Yeah.
Because it was fake.
Right. That's the part that I saw.
It's staged.
I was like, so you pull out outfit out your drawer, not the shirt from here, the pants from here, the socks from here, the underwear from there.
Yeah. And I laid my stuff out on the bed first in an outfit before I put it in the luggage.
It was already.
Yeah, because it was a phony scene. It was fake. And I don't know, maybe he don't want us to see his actual bedroom or something. Because the bed didn't even look like a king size bed.
Yeah.
I'd be damn, I'm grown in my 40s and I'm sleeping in a full. I just can't. I can't. Not in my own house. What I look like? That little bitty ass bed by myself. Grown.
But if your room's small, that's how you can get in there.
And I said this earlier, Destiny's house empty too. You notice when they show her living room, she ain't got nothing in there but a sectional and the baby's high chair. Like, where the rest of the stuff? I don't get it. Are they just all in Airbnbs or something? They all faking?
Yeah, they all faking.
Oh, no. They a mess on that show. And what else? Oh, my other question I wrote down was how many beauty businesses can they have in Huntsville? Like, for real, ain't this market saturated by now? Everybody got a beauty line. And they not looking like y'all ain't cute like that.
Well, like I said, the girl hair was black. Go back and look at that scene. It looked like she had because you can see that what do you call it, where it's supposed to be flesh tone right there.
So
you could I could see that.
The lace front.
Yeah, I could see that. But then it's black right here, but then she put it behind her ear so that it's blonde. It's like her black hair is kind of seeping out. and it's becoming sideburns. I'm just
I'm gonna see if
like,
I can find it real
look, I'm doing this. Is it supposed to look like that?
quick. No, it ain't supposed to look like that. She just look crazy. She just look crazy.
So yeah, everybody got to
And,
be the business.
and Melody usually has her stuff all done up. But when she was in Destin, she looked like a chicken. She didn't have no eyelashes. You know, I never have any. So, you know, it's not gonna be a stark difference between like lashes and none. But with her, it's very obvious when she don't have on all her makeup. I was just like, okay, Melody, all right.
She's on vacation for real.
Yeah, she on vacation. Yeah. She left her glam squad in Huntsville. She went with just the family.
Yeah.
But some housewives on Beverly Hills don't play that. They take their glam squad on vacation with them. They will have a whole crew of people.
Well, they can afford to.
Yeah, them Beverly Hills housewives, silly rich. How far in was that scene? I was trying to find it. Okay, so what else? Did I have anything else?
Hold on.
Oh, and the preview for next week. How's Martell? Now Martell barely got invited. How he gonna invite Tisha and Marceau?
When I saw that, I said, I'm so confused. Why would you invite them?
These the invitingest folks I didn't ever seen. The whole cast is the invitingest folks.
Now that's staged. That is staged.
You think Melody knew?
I don't think Melanie knew, but Martell knew.
Well, I thought he knew. I thought he invited them because
but why?
Because production told him.
I'm saying it's staged because to keep mess going.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because you, like I said, you and your mama barely got made the list, and now you inviting two more people that one of them she don't even get along with. Come on, that's just inviting trouble.
And look, we talking about Melody not being friends with and being over Destiny. She been over Tisha.
Ben, like Dave Chappelle said, we been on that. Yeah. Melody been on that.
Yeah.
On that Tisha who? Tisha who? Where? Tisha where? Tisha why?
Tisha why is the question. Yeah, so I don't even know why he would do that. That was dumb.
Yeah, it is dumb. And for them to actually come is dumb. And I want to say that.
And the whole family.
If it was Melody's trip and Martell was invited and he invited me and my husband, I think I would call Melody. And, you know, even if it was just to say, hey, you know.
Well, maybe she knew.
He invited us, and do you need us to bring anything, or, you know, where's a good place to stay, or where y'all stay? I don't know. There's some kind of way I would have contacted her to make sure everything was cool for us to come. But then again, if I ain't cool with the wife or the ex-wife, I don't think that I would want to even go. Why would they go?
Right.
And if Melody saw her mama's face when she told her mama that Martell and his mama coming. Now we gotta see Melody face. Martell,
Tisha and Marceau and the 3 kids.
And then Tisha ass might mess around and invite her mama. You know, like why not? Why not?
That's still waiting to happen.
It's all nonsense.
It is all nonsense, but
like I said, they the most invitingest folks. But I did like the scene, and we'll find out more about that because that's next episode. But I did like the scene with Kimmie talking to her family because that's, I think, the first time we've seen them, right? And it might have been staged, but it did seem like a good conversation that they had. You know, just their reactions to it, because she does really have cancer, and they are really dealing with, you know, the next steps and all the information and stuff. And so, you know, it was a break
but she
from.
said that her parents were moving there.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when she said moving, I thought she meant permanently, but I'm not sure about that.
I don't know. It seemed like it would be permanent. I don't know where they're from. Do you know where is she from Detroit or Michigan? Like, yeah, I don't know where she's from, but a lot of folks' parents are moving south when they get older, so it makes sense. And then she's sick, so it'd be nice to have them there, and they're gonna be concerned about her. So it's nice to see that she has outside support. She's not gonna be relying on just
Maurice.
These so-called cast.
Be in Atlanta with the linebacker.
Well, I would hope that he can keep his shadiness under wraps, while his wife is sick and going through treatments. Some men ain't shit, just period. But hopefully he won't be that person. Now, like, what was her name? The one who gave her husband permission to be with somebody else because she was dying.
B. Smith.
B. Smith. Yeah. Kimmie ain't gonna give him permission to do that, but ain't gonna be no permission. But yeah, I hope he wouldn't do anything like that.
Yeah. No, hopefully he won't.
You don't have faith in him, huh? He's not that kind of despicable. Come on. With a wife at home with cancer, it's gonna be a special place in hell for him if he does that.
Have you been to hell?
I have not. Neither has he, so he ain't worried about it. I see where you're going. I do, but you know me, I try to hold out hope. I can't even say it with a straight face. Now, I will hold out hope for that he won't cheat on her, but I won't hold out hope for Martell and getting back with Melody. And he don't need to be, the kids don't need to be hopeful, and he don't either. Yeah. Now that for her, I'm with her on that. Shut that down. No, shut it all the way down. None of that. Don't get the kids' feelings in it.
Right.
Don't. He needs to be clear with them. No, we're just co-parenting. This is going to be fun for the weekend, but no, we're not getting back together. Mommy and daddy love y'all, but we don't love each other. And that's just where it needs to stay.
Yeah.
Something's face is itching now. It's all red. So
yeah. Now you done?
Yes, I'm done. It was 2 weeks worth. So
they can end the show today if they want.
Say that every week. I know they could end it because they dragging this Destin trip out. It ain't that interesting.
What'd you say?
I said they dragging this Destin trip out, but it ain't that interesting. So yeah, we don't need it. I still can't find when did she talk to was the cousin? Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay, yeah. So it's parted in the middle.
But what is this?
And it's a part behind her ear, but then there's a dark part that's hanging down. It looks like that's her real hair sticking out from under the wig. Because the wig has highlights, but that's like some not permed, natural looking hair that's sticking out. Like she tucked it behind her ear, but some of her real hair sticking out too. Yeah, she just had a moment, and nobody on production said anything to her because they don't care nothing about her.
Right.
And her makeup wasn't looking that great, so for her to be to have a beauty line, I'm not impressed.
I'm definitely not impressed because she got that eyeliner all the way around her eyeball.
It was down. It was down pretty far.
I was like, I thought we stopped doing that.
She also had like, that old school where you do the lip liner and then the lipstick in the middle, but she didn't like blend it or anything. She straight up 90s with that.
And the only thing missing was combing that hair and pushing
it forward. or stacks She should have
Right.
had her hair cut in stacks.
The salt and pepper.
And the
That's the only thing missing because she's taking me back. That's all I can say. She's taking me back.
Ah, yeah. Yeah. And so we didn't need to see her at Stormy's house, and we didn't need to see her at Destiny's house.
So it can go off. Can we email Carlos King and tell him just let it go?
Yeah. Just let it go, bro. We good.
Then I saw the commercial for Love and Marriage DC coming back in 2023.
I didn't see it. Is it all of the same people? Did they show?
It wasn't a commercial. Well, I shouldn't say it was what did I say? A commercial.
Yeah.
It was really just like black screen words.
Oh, okay.
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Like, it wasn't in. They didn't show people.
Speaking of black screen and words, let me see if I can get this to come up, because they sure enough tickled me on Bravo. And you don't watch the Housewives of Potomac, but at the end of the episode this week, where is it? It tickled me so bad. So one of the characters on there is a professor at Johns Hopkins.
Okay.
And she acted a whole fool on there this week. And so, can you see it?
Mm-hmm, your head in the middle, though. The Johns Hopkins University has no involvement with her.
They were like, we don't know her. We don't have nothing to do with this show and this foolery, this ignorance. No, this is not. Girl, when I tell you, I screamed. I was like, what? Okay, so let me tell you what happened.
What had happened was,
I know, and you don't watch the show, so you ain't gonna know these people. But Peter Thomas, who was
Peter, who was married to Cynthia.
So Wendy,
she was my neighbor.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Did you go to the wedding when she married Peter?
You dumb.
So anyway, Peter is opening another bar or whatever in Maryland. Okay. Or a restaurant or something. And Wendy wants to be a part of it. And so he told her to get in at, I guess it was 20%, was going to be 300,000. So, or was it 10%? Yeah, I think it was 20%. So, he told her it was going to be 300,000, and he sent her the contract to review. And now he's saying that he ain't heard from her, so he don't think she's serious. She said that she wanted to learn from him and wanted to go into business. She want to do this and that, but he ain't heard from her since then. So he like, yeah, she full of it. And so then the cast is on this trip in Miami. They go to Peter's club in Miami. I think it's called Bar One Miami. They go there. Wendy don't even go talk to him or nothing. She not like, hey, I'm in town. It's not really a business trip, but I just want to say, hey, none of that. And when she found out they were going to his place, she still didn't make any attempt to contact him, because she's like, I'm on vacation. This ain't work. But that's not really how you do things. So Peter's annoyed with her, and he told Mia can't wait to go back with the tea and let Wendy know Peter got beef with you. And she tells her at the whole table. Well, Wendy's like, well, I don't need to call no man and tell him I'm in town other than my husband. And she's like, and I don't need to talk to no man about business that ain't my husband, and da 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 da. And Mia's like, you sound stupid, because she said, I'm the CEO of a company, and sometimes I'm the only woman in the room, only Black woman at that. And she's like, you're gonna have to talk to men without your husband. What your husband got to do with anything? Right. And everybody else at the table is like, girl, what your husband got to do with this? This is a business situation. This is professionalism. So Wendy's like, yeah, me and my husband don't play that. That might be what you and your husband do. And that pissed Mia off. So Mia threw a drink in her face.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Wendy, at that point, goes nuclear. She's just like, she started calling me a crater face. She started saying that her husband liked to sleep with other women and men. She just started dragging this woman, and she's standing up and she doing like this, she She doing it now. She talking on the side of her mouth like she all hard. She going, look, Kim, she doing it. And you know, like she all, you know, like she hood or whatever, Miss Nigerian princess.
Oh, she's Nigerian. Okay.
Yeah. And she's always telling people she got 4 degrees. So what? So do I. And you got what, 5? Like, ma'am, you ain't impressing nobody. You not, they didn't make the last PhD when you got one.
Right.
So, you know, because this is, I ain't trying to be funny with Keita and Kim, but it's Dr. Keita, Dr. Kim. Thank you very much.
That
so, you know, but we ain't got to announce it in every conversation like she does. So anyway, so she acting a whole fool. She's like, you can't talk to me about business. I am a Black woman, the only Black female professor at the Johns Hopkins University, and da 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 da. And then at the end of the episode, they're like, they have no involvement. I mean, she acted so good. She got Mia so upset because she started talking about her husband and all of that kind of stuff. Mia was ready to fight her. She broke her nails and everything. Production had to come in and hold her back. She ended up crying and going home. But Wendy just baited her. She was just really a nasty character. And, you know, the angel on this shoulder is like, please, Black women don't fight on this reality show in this man's club. Please, Black women, that's the angel. The devil over here is like, pop that bee in her mouth, hit it in her mouth. She like, I wish the bitch was that. You know, I'm sitting over here mad, like, I wish she would say something about my husband. I hit her in her mouth, you know. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard when you're watching these.
The Georgia State University.
No, la. Right. So that's why I couldn't be in that situation. So I'd have had to walk out. Like, see, she trying to take me there. You got to know when somebody's trying to provoke you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Pushing your buttons.
Yeah.
And it's hard. It's hard sometimes to ignore that. Like, you don't watch Married to Medicine either. Toya on there.
I can't get with them.
Yeah, Toya on there got into a fight first season because somebody got her going and swung at her. And she was embarrassed because she ended up fighting on this reality show when she's trying not to be that. You know, and that's what Mia was saying at the end of this episode. She's like, she had to fight all her life and she hates that this woman took her back.
Not The Color Purple.
I had to fight
all my
life. I had to fight. Yes. So she's just like, you know, she's frustrated because she let this woman take her there. And the other people on the cast are like, oh, well, there's no need for violence. Talking about her throwing a drink in the girl's face. Mm-hmm. And no, I wouldn't want nobody to throw a drink in my face neither. I might have been ready to fight too. So, I mean, they both wrong.
Right.
But it was drink in the face. And now it's, I'm going to talk about you, your husband, your family. You know, I'm going to dog you out head to toe. It's just one of those, you go low, I'm going to hell. Lower. Yeah, I'm going, you know.
Bottom.
So yeah, I have realized reality TV is not, I'm not built for that.
Speaking of reality TV, what? Your favorite show is coming back on in 2023. I thought, no, in January.
My favorite show?
Yeah, what is it? Not Real Love. Ready to Love.
Oh, Ready to Love with my Spelman sister. Yes.
No, Ready to Love with Tommy.
Oh, I'm thinking Put a Ring on It. Oh, yeah.
I haven't seen a commercial for
I stopped Ready to Love. I didn't even watch this time.
I know, I'm just messing with you. It was horrible. That's why you didn't miss anything.
You gonna watch?
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it.
Where they gonna be?
I'm watch it to see if it's gonna get better. The sun is going down. Can you tell?
I can tell my side because my color in it. What the where they gonna be? What city?
I don't know.
If you want to talk about it, I'll watch it. I will. I'll watch it.
You didn't like it last time.
But see, I didn't like it the time before, and I didn't watch this most recent season. Right. Because did any of them stay together?
No. Well, one faking staying together.
See.
But I said they shouldn't have been together the whole time. Because the first thing out that man's mouth is, I got 3 kids and I don't want no kids. Why you choose a woman who never been married and don't have no kids?
Right. Like
That makes no sense.
you remember the season with Ashima and the dude with the dogs? She's scared of dogs and he got like 4
Right.
big dogs and he wouldn't put them away. He like
Just
they
ignore
house.
the red flags.
Yeah. And she's in here crying and stuff. What you crying about? You know, you knew before you went over there the man got dogs.
Right.
Or what's the show? I think it was Married at First Sight, where the woman didn't like cats. She had dogs and he had cats or something. And he didn't want her pets at his house. I don't know. It was like, this don't make sense. This is not gonna work. Oh, she liked her cats to sleep in the bed with her or something. I don't know. Whatever it was, I was like, this is not gonna work. Y'all stupid. Y'all stupid. That's not like you like comedy and I like dramas. That's not that trivial.
Yeah.
You know?
But when I stop breathing because I'm allergic to cats,
that's what it was. The guy was allergic to cats and she had cats. That's what it was. And he was just like, but I'm allergic. You know, and I don't know. I understand that dating is not easy out here.
I do, but I'm not getting ready to die. What the fuck? I'm not gonna die just to have a date.
Or remember the put a ring on it first season with the guy that had a child and his fiance
Shay,
when he didn't want the kid to come over.
Right. She was like, you and your kid can go to a hotel.
This not gonna work. This not gonna work. Y'all not paying attention. No, you paying attention. You just don't want to. You don't want to acknowledge that this some nonsense.
Or that girl who took the picture 9 months pregnant on the floor and he's sitting in a chair.
She was like wrapped around his knees. Like, girl, if you don't get your ass off that floor.
It takes said the entertainer to go, I whoosh.
You know, as Black people, we wish.
Yeah, we whoosh.
We wish.
I'm telling you, I'm like, y'all kill me with these red flags, ignoring these red flags.
So let me ask you this, though. Okay, question. And we just chatting anyway. Would you go on, or would you go through one of these? I ain't even say. No, but I want to know, would you do?
I don't know how plainer I can get.
You know, they got all of these experiments out here, you know, like.
You know, they're in Tampa now recording. I think you watch it. Blind.
Love is Blind.
Is it Love is Blind or the one? I think it's the one you don't see the person or you don't.
Love is Blind, where they're in these pods and they only talk to the person.
I don't know. It's one of those. It's either the Love is Blind or the My First Sight, Married at First Sight. Something.
Married at First Sight, they get married sight unseen.
Okay.
Like,
whatever it is, it's they're looking for people in Tampa.
You wouldn't do it?
No.
I mean, okay, so that's what I'm wondering though. Like, if it's difficult out here, right? And you're at your wits' end with the current situation, why not try? I watch these shows, but I watch them, I'm like,
I can't talk to you about that because you laugh the whole time. You'll be like, my hands still work. I'm good.
I watch them and I'm going, these people are out of their minds, you know, and they go through. Look, in this last season of Love is Blind. So in Love is Blind, they're in these pods. They can only talk to people and they get to talk to different folks and see who they have a connection with emotionally. And then the guy proposes sight unseen. And once, if she accepts, that's when he gets to see her. And then they spend some time together, you know, and then they get married. I think it's a month later. So they really only know each other 2 months before their wedding day. And then they go to the altar, and then they have to decide at the altar in the dress in front of their loved ones whether they're going to say I do or I do not. Okay, so that's Love is Blind. And it's one couple. Now they in here having conversations, dating and fell in love, and swearing they gonna be together forever. But then after they get out of the pods, then he finds out, or they find out, they got totally different opinions on abortion. I was like, how did y'all not talk about that before he proposed to her? Like, I feel like there are just some topics, even if they're uncomfortable. If you're thinking you're going to marry this person, you need to talk about all of it.
Yeah.
Do you want to have kids? Look here, listen, are you gay? Or have you been with anybody of the same sex? Because if you are against that, then this needs to end. If you're okay with it, then y'all can move forward. But you got to ask the questions. And the reason you ask is you can't assume.
Right.
You can't assume someone's preferences or sexuality or whatever.
Right.
And so if you ask them flat out, they got to either tell you the truth or lie to your face.
Right.
And if y'all trying to build something, you're going to hope they're not going to lie. So I'm just saying,
they need to say
it's not on you if you asked him and he lied about it, and then you
right.
find out later he was lying. That's not on you. That's on him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm like. What do you think about abortion? It needs to be a question, because
politics, religion.
He was dead set against abortion. Like, and no, he was like, you might get one freebie because you're young and dumb and make a mistake. But other than that, no abortions. And she's like, I work in the medical field, and I done seen kids born with all kinds of problems. And so if I knew I was about to have a child that was going to maybe have Down syndrome or something or whatever, she was just like, I would have an abortion. But they still going to get married. Like, no, y'all don't agree. Right. And she's saying even married, she's like, no, I'm going to have an abortion. How you telling your future husband, you don't care what he think, you're going to have an abortion? And he's like, I'm dead set against it. This is not going to work.
Right. It's like flag. Like you just really ignoring everything.
Yeah.
You know what? I think they should get married because there's two less people. I don't want him and somebody don't want her. Let them get married. Take them off the list.
I guess off the availability list.
Yeah, we don't nobody want them.
But no, she could go be with somebody who agrees with her, and he can go be with somebody that agrees.
No, because she makes bad decisions anyway. Because if she's gonna marry him, regardless of what he says, she make bad decisions anyway.
Same with him. Actually, they didn't end up getting married, but they got all the way to the altar. She said, I do. And he said, I don't. And I was like, why did we? Why?
So what did he say? Why he changed his mind?
I think it was the abortion stuff. But I'm like that. They could have had that conversation before they got to the altar. I don't understand the show. So anyway, yeah, but I just wonder, what kind of different things are you willing to try if the usual way ain't working? I think that's why people are doing all these experiments like Ready to Love and not put a ring on it because those people are already together, but like Ready to Love or Married at First Sight.
I'm gonna bring back house parties.
What about the prison shows?
Fool. Goodbye. See, this how I know you tired. Because you talking out the side of your head.
Dating somebody that's not what you originally thought you wanted.
Then she's gonna be asking me, am I in the midgets? And I'm just gonna have to tell you no.
Okay, so anyone watching this,
but you brought it
we're
up.
talking about little people.
Little people.
We don't use the term midgets anymore.
Okay.
Girl, we in education. I can't have no sign come up talking about the blah 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 university has no involvement with. I ain't trying to be funny, but no.
No. Thank you
I
for
could do
tuning
this
in
all
to
day.
this
I could do this all
episode
day.
of I Ain't Trying to Be Funny with Keita and Kim. Please remember to like and subscribe. Wait. Are you crying?
You know, I've been laughing all day. I could do this all day and go, Kim, what about? What about? No.
No. It'll still be no. Some of them might be hell no.
Yeah, right? Okay. All right. Yes. See y'all next week. Bye.
Bye.